The last form we're going to complete for this unit is Form 105-13, a sign-in form for the medical office on page 419 and 420. We're going to follow the instructions step by step as we illustrated here. First, we're going to change the top margin to 2 inches and the other margins to 0.75. Let's go to Page Layout, Margins Command, and Custom. Increase the top to 2 inches and then decrease left to 0.75 and hit OK. Now we're going to create a boxed table with 4 columns and 30 rows. Insert a table, 4 columns, type in the number 30 for the rows, and click OK. Now select row 1 and change the font to Calibri Bold 18 point. Sorry, Calibri Bold and 18 point. Type these column headings in row 1. Name, tab, time in, tab, doctor's name, tab, and purpose. Change the alignment in the row to center. You can again select the whole row and center alignment or Control E. Adjust the column widths manually so they appear similar to the column widths in the illustration on the left of page 419. So that means we're going to select our columns. It's not always necessary as long as you don't have a cell selected. Increase the width of the name column. Time in, we're going to leave narrow. Doctor's name needs perhaps a bit more space, and purpose looks good. This should work. As long as it looks similar, you'll be fine. Okay, next select rows 2 through 29. I'm going to do that by using the left margin, the white arrow, and dragging down through all of those rows. And change the font to Calibri Bold and 16 point. Right now, we're going to insert a picture of an office desk or clip art related to an office notepad. Insert clip art. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. Graphic right here. To insert it, it has put itself at the bottom of the page, but I'm going to right click on that graphic, click text wrapping so that it can be easily moved, and then you'll see we finally got it to the top of the page here, and we're going to change its size to about 1.5 inches on each side. Let the height not be over 1.5 inches. Let's check our size here. We see that the height is 1.9. That's not too bad. Let's decrease that to 1.5 and then say close and drag it back up here to the top. Okay, I've succeeded in moving the graphic up into that 2-inch margin on top of the table. Be sure that the wrap is set for in front of text, and it is. Then step 8, we're going to move the insertion point outside the table below the bottom row and then insert a text box about the size and in the same position as the one in the illustration to hold the name of the medical group. Now, this may seem counterintuitive, but while we moved our insertion point to the bottom of the page, we're inserting the text box at the top. Text box, draw a text box. Now we can change to Cambria, 48 point, center, and type Stacy Medical Group. Okay, this simply means our box isn't quite big enough. We can extend it until it fits. Now check step 10, remove the line around the text box, change the fill to none. That means we click the box, right click, format text box, no fill, no line, and OK. Just to be sure that those markings, formatting marks, aren't showing on your document, turn off Show Hide. There it looks as it should. Now we're moving on to step 11. We're creating a text box for the date line. Let's go down here to our insertion point outside the table again. Insert, text box, draw text box, and then change to Calibri, size 12, which is what it is. We're going to type date, followed by a series of underlines, similar to the one in the illustration, which goes to about the D in medical. Okay, then I'm going to adjust the size of my date line box. I'm going to remove the fill and lines of that box. No color for the fill and no color for the line. Okay. Now one more text box to hold the names of the doctor. This time we're going to change to Cambria, italic 12, and type the following doctors' names in a bulleted list. This time we can go ahead and turn on the bulleting command first. Enter. Okay, then we're going to remove the line around the text and the fill and hit OK. You should change the font color of the words on the form as desired to coordinate with your picture. And then you should return to GDP, but your document will not be scored. You can still upload it, however. I think I will do some color changing here to a dark green. And also the column headings. Turn off Show Hide so we get a better idea of how our finished form will look. Now, let me remind you, as I said at the very beginning here, you must make this fit on one page. So if yours has jumped to 2 pages, then make an adjustment so that it fits on one and return to GDP.